stopped the flow of drugs into Los Santos. Richard spoke to a man on the scene.
That's right, Leanne. It's another victory for Prohibition. Police are really celebrating after this one. One officer told me his amazing true life story of how he infiltrated a drug ring and how great it was to get paid.
Roger that, big monkey. I got a 13-6 fat vulture. Need to acquire a drowning baby. Over. What? In 15 by the fat moon. Break your heart. Over and out. Carl, I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah, I'll do you a proper injury, man. What you knowing about my brother?
Relax. He's in prison upstate. D-Wing. Cell 13. To the left, I got a child killer who wants to rip his throat out. To the right of him, I got a white supremacist who wants to eat his heart, to be precise. Now, don't worry. Tenpenny and Pulaski are really relatively benign, unless, of course, you're a family member of Officer Pendlebury, whom they shot when he threatened to expose them. But you do know all about that, right?
Damn. Hey, man, how you know all this stuff, man? And won't you stop it?
You just don't understand, do you, kid? Look, it's all white knights and heroes. We have to make decisions, kid. You know, I try to set bad people on other bad people, and sometimes I let good guys die. He's your brother, but to me, he's just collateral. It's a very delicate decision. Over here, you got all the scumbags inside the country. And over here, you got all the scumbags outside the country. And me and my colleagues, we're the fucking pivot. Keep the government in work. Which reminds me, come here, okay? I need you to head over here in the buggy outside. Okay? Okay, let off a flare. We got some precious cargo needs collected.
Hey, hold up. What about my brother and all that shit you was talking about?
Hey, don't worry. Sweet's just fine. He gets touched. A prison guard goes home and finds that his wife and kid have been murdered. Everything's under control. We'll talk later. Now, come on, get out of here.
Up each day in each dirt, and Queen Pukelot here can't keep a meal down? Boo-hoo! What do you expect, sympathy? This is Los Santos. People would get their right arm and left leg to live here. It's paradise, but you have to suffer to belong. You can't take the heat. Get out of the nuclear reactor. Next caller.
Yeah, I agree with that caller about the nuclear plant next to the project. You know, nature has a way of taking care of poor people. Tornadoes don't like shrimp people.
Right, like I don't do laundry. I'm liberated, independent, and I have 3 maids, all of them on less than minimum wage. I mean, poor people are so happy to work for me.
I do have a question.
Sort of. Hey, you know I got the same name as you?
Got a paper? Oh, it's a family name.
No, it's Mary. I was called Bruce by my parents, but I prefer Mary. It's much more.
Yeah, family.
No, biblical. Which, like, hey, I'm an atheist, but I love the Bible. I have 100 that I took from hotel rooms.
What's your question?
Well, as a mother and a fireman, I was wondering what you guys thought about diversity in America.
It makes me very nervous.
Well, you see, I'm heavily into diversity. I'm like a man with a room, lactating.
Yes, I think you're a little confused.
No, you're the one that's confused. I'm the one who eats Alaskan salmon and children from Alabama. I speak English, I eat German food, I practice French adultery, and I weigh as much as Vatican City. I'm an American.
Okay, good enough. Get off our show. Mary, please, stop. I am the producer.
I already said.
Sorry about that.
Ryan's on the line. Hello, Ryan.
Hi, my name's Ryan. I work at the liquor store.
Excellent. You take stupid people's money. I love it. Very capitalist. Hey, Brian.
Jesus, what took you?
Torino, where you at?
Miles away. No time for niceties, kid. Choose a vehicle, grab the equipment I've provided, get to that drop zone, and wait for that package.
Mary, please, stop. I am the producer.
I already said that.
Sorry about that.
Brian's on the line. Hello, Brian.
Hi, my name's Brian. I work at the Caligula Casino in Los Santos.
Excellent. You take stupid people's money. I love it. Very capitalist. Hey, Brian, what's your concern?
I did pretty well in the 80s, but the 90s, the deal
80s were really a materialistic time.
I know, I'm a shallow person. Around me. Look, we need a movie star to be president. It works. They're the best liars. They do it professionally.
Well, so do all politicians. Next caller.
Yeah, I want to talk about deforestation.
Yes, that is a shame what they're doing to the beautiful residents north of San Andreas.
I was talking about women. But you're right, San Andreas isn't half the problem. It ain't natural and it's un-American.
Look, infatuation and disillusionment is the American way, but it works. Just look at places without professional wrestling and porno.
Porno is the exploitation of women.
Some people want to be exploited, like factory workers. Others want to be degraded. I mean, really, really degraded. Like a liberal having his way with you. Oh!
Bruce by my parents, but I prefer Mary. It's much more. No, biblical. Which, like, okay, I'm an atheist, but I love the Bible. I have 100 that I took from hotel rooms.
What's your question?
Well, as a mother and a fireman, I was wondering what you guys thought about diversity in America.
It makes me very nervous.
Well, you see...
Hi, I have an eating disorder, so I like to move to the West Coast.
Oh, that's maybe you should put some carrying.
Yeah, maybe you should keep your finger out of your throat and eat a donut. 99% of the world wake up each day and eat dirt, and we puke-a-lot here can't keep a meal down? Boo-hoo! What do you expect, sympathy? This is Los Santos. People would give...
That's our cargo, arriving now.
Jesus! Will you stop doing that?
Hold up! Shit, pilot said he's got trouble. 2 agency choppers coming in on an intercept. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Shoot them down! Protect the cargo at all costs.
I don't want a nightstick up the ass.
Really degraded. Like a liberal having his way with you. God, it makes me feel so dirty.
Moving swiftly on from my wife. When I say, you say, and what's your question?
Yeah, this is rad. I'm really into pleasuring myself.
Good grief!
Well, that's my business, but I feel discriminated.
Yeah.
are so happy to work for me.
Especially when I help them unionize. Do you have a question?
Sort of. Hey, you know I got the same name as you.
Peyton. Oh, well, it's a family name.
No, Mary. I was called Bruce by my parents, but I prefer Mary. It's much more.
Yeah, feminine.
No, biblical. Which, like, okay, I'm an atheist, but I love the Bible. I have 100 that I took from hotel rooms.
What's your question?
Well, as a mother and a fireman, I was wondering what you guys thought about diversity in America.
It makes me very nervous.
Okay, get the package back to Las Brujas.
Where are you? You giving me the heebie-jeebies, man.
Carl, I will always be watching, or listening, or both.
Sort of. Hey, you know I got the same name as you.
Peyton. Oh, well, it's a family name.
No, Mary. I was called Bruce by my parents, but I prefer Mary.
I have an eating disorder, so I moved to the West Coast.
Oh, that's maybe you were supposed